Yes, I saying hello. I'm Darth Leon, and my mic might be a little bit too loud. And welcome to another session of Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time around, we defeated Greg and his dog Bloodfunk, and we also got a new member, Juna. Let's say Juna for now. I think it is Juna, who like very quickly became like my favorite character. I just want to say that. Uh, so yeah, let's get into this session where I don't know what we will be doing. We also discovered that like the curse is basically unbreakable until we kill Luis. So we're kinda cooked in that regard. Are we supposed to go to sleep? I suppose we're supposed to go to sleep. The small bed doesn't look very comfortable. Time to go to sleep.
Sure.
I think I'll rest here for the day.
Good night.
We're going to have to do the incredibly hard work of of finding the voice of Juna, because like how do you find it's gonna be a girly voice that's also at the same time capable of switching between the pop star voice and the determined voice. It's gonna be tough. I did not even read the previous one. I'm finding it hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. You're still awake.
You can. It's not. The difference isn't just like, oh, the pop voice. It's got like even a different accent.
What's the matter?
Can sleep?
Can't sleep.
Well, that is rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
I should probably have Juna return any Magla keys we got in the Caradis too, just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised.
In what way?
I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't.
Fine?
Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid.
And she used like the tongue face.
You mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time.
Huh?
What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
It's actually a book about the arts.
The world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. Oh, how inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts, no matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know.
In what way?
Everyone told us we were inherently worthless, just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable.
Huh?
This form, it's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire.
Alright, so it makes sense why she's like the masked dancer, like at least the masked part, but and I'm guessing that like her form when she awakened is supposed to be like her true form. The like red dress thing she's got, and like this form is just like yet another mask. Is that what she's implying?
Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs, no matter what happens.
So and I talked into the night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound.
Alright, so we are seeing like the next one.
To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race, but in third,
I like how you just went past it like quickly.
Master Kiddo! Furthermore,
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
Are they?
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction, but we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young elder.
Right! Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man, where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Well,
Who? Oh, right, that Gladell or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
dropped is definitely the correct verb. I think the correct word is dead. No, like, it's dead.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
Alright, I mean,
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina.
wait, didn't she drop out?
Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
So the Mustari is still in the race as well.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
Is he still in the game?
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race. And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
So my guess is that this is the Mustari champion. I actually really like their design.
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice.
Oh, okay, so that's Juna's role.
To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes, your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario.
And if I recall correctly, that's Halkenberg's birthplace, right?
You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Especially Halkenberg's heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
Yeah, the group disaster lesbian. I fully support this, by the way, Halkenberg. Go for it. Shoot your shot.
Second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day.
It even doesn't hurt that she, like, Juna basically popped in on in launcher. Like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
I mean, he's right.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
I'm just saying, okay? This game has gotten really uncomfortable. I'm not sure if, like, they expected it to get this uncomfortable in, like, the months that have been passing, or if they just wanted to, like, if it just happened, right? If they're making uncomfortable situations, but, like, this shit isn't happening in a good way IRL, is all I'm saying. Okay? Okay.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over.
Yeah, she's using her, like, actual voice.
We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread.
He is correct about that.
That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that?
Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders.
So it seems like the king's magic doesn't protect you when you're almost equal. It only protects you when you're trying to hit above your grade, right? So Greg and I had like a serious fight, and the king's magic didn't do anything. So, but once the fight was decided and Craig decided to attack us regardless, that's when the king's magic actually got him. And the same thing happened with fuck, it's been months. The dad, the general, I cannot remember his name right now. In which case he tried to really hit above his grade, by attacking Luis. But if Luis understands that, and like the King's magic considers Forden and Luis equal is in rank, they might actually let him kill him. The magic might actually let Luis kill him. I think that's what Luis is planning.
Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodius.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saint's Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
Fidelio is the only one who's actually on the scent.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight.
Fair enough,
May
actually.
we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is that it's called the Dracodius.
All right.
I guess we've got no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather some information. Let's go! Search for clues about the Divine Lance. Well, truth be told, first instinct for finding clues.
Well met, eh? Huh.
Talk with the informant.
I'm just incredulous.
Ha. Ha.
Hey.
Excuse me?
I beg your pardon, but
Oh, it's
you
you.
have business.
Why address me while I'm enjoying a meal? I'm a customer of this tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar face. If you want to know something, it's common sense to ask an employee first. Do you disagree?
Sure.
No, I don't. Well then, let's talk to the lady who owns this place, shall we?
I'm just...
Alright, I mean, I suppose that is one way to go about this.
Huh?
Can I help you? Something tells me you're not here to eat. Ever heard of a Divine Lance? A Divine Lance? Not sure I'm the person to ask about that sort of thing. No, wait, someone outside was rambling on about that just a bit ago. Had a large mask on. Must have been Mustari. He seemed awfully bothered about it. He was bothered about the lance? Sounds like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. He must be headed towards the coast by the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say?
Okay, so...
If you're hiding, we might still be able to catch him. Let's head to the Merchant's Bazaar. Okay. Yeah, that is actually an easy start, a clue for us to like get started. I feel like we can just like...
Let's head there right away.
Alright, so while we're here...
Greetings. Well then.
A knight's bracelet.
Can we talk?
A bracelet that embodies you with strength. Alright, I have like 5 of them, never mind. Even if I wanted to... Even if I like wanted to use it, like... I can put it on like all my active members if I need it.
You're not serious.
Young man! Young man!
Now what am I to do? Well met, eh?
Check this out.
Hey, that Mustari over there!
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
I wonder if he's going to be the Mustari team member. He's a little too over designed, so they might not actually like let him be the guy. But like we're bound for at least one Mustari team member and at least one Paripus. So unless they decide to late game throw in Katharina into the mix, which I doubt they will, it's either going to be Fidelio or the other guy. Like they're putting them, they're placing them. Either we're going to have to fight them, or we're going to like add them to the team. Like at least one of them is my instinct. And like we're looking for one Mustari and maybe one more of the people that Gladius was. Gladius, he's like, I'm trying to remember his name at this point, and it's not helping because we have like we have had everything else besides Mustari and Paripus, right? Right. And our guy is going to have like an obvious name. Inuras is like our winged guy, so I don't think they're going to actually add the sister, even though we already like have, meaning that we already have a winged guy. Even though he doesn't fight, he's technically part of the team. As long as he has a seat at the table, I feel that's where we're going with it, right? So we need a Paripus, we need Mustari, and we might need the thing that Gladius was. His name is not Gladius. I'm going to have to like look at the memorandum after this.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
They've really crossed the line. Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Yeah, we all have our pressure points, my guy. I'm sorry.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Dracodios.
The Lance of the Dragon God? So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure.
Oh, fuck.
The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Virga Island, then? 'Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there. And that's only the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider.
He is a white rook for sure. I don't think he's meant to be a rook, and I will explain in a second. By the way, welcome to the stream, Sigma. It's not a rook. I will explain it. Like, I just need him to turn with the angle of his model.
It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
You're like probably the only person who has ever said that, Sigma. And that's coming from someone who really likes Investigations 1. Investigations 2 is, for my money, I'd say the second best story in Ace Attorney. Like, all in all, as a whole game, it's probably the second best story in all of Ace Attorney. Oh, he left. Ugh.
Well, sounds like Dracodios is on Verga Island somewhere.
Do you prefer, or rather, do you like Mind Chest? If you do not like Mind Chest, I can tell you, yeah, you're not gonna like Ace Attorney 2, Investigations 2, but Investigations 2, I really liked the Mind Chest, so okay, you find it okay, yeah. I really, admittedly, you're gonna start really getting deep into it by like the second to last case. That's when they actually bring out more interesting moves, I guess, more interesting puzzles in that. But yeah, no, it's just like, it's another mechanic that you can use to directly debate your opponent.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
So we have to go all the way to Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's bally well conquer this inland sea ourselves. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
You worried about Lady Juna?
I really like this guy's voice. He's so soft. One of these two guys is like joining the team. I'm like calling it already.
Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladell mess, you really think they're innocent?
Hmm. Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
What the?
He submarined it.
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas.
In 2 days?
After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
In 2 days?
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Because we would still need to, like, go through the sea to be in Ontario in time.
Island schmilend, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Ontario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right. Nearest, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
Both.
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
They're bigger sailing.
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladell incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials and make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Why would either of them join us though? Especially Fidelio, he seems like really loyal to Luis. And if he's loyal to Luis and Basilio is loyal to Fidelio, like who? Oh, you know what? Luis is gonna have Fidelio killed. That's going to happen, and like that's the way one of them joins us. Like it feels like Fidelio being killed would make more sense than the other way around. Like Basilio being killed by Luis wouldn't make too much sense. But like, would Fidelio take revenge? He doesn't seem the kind.
Ready to depart?
Aha! Time to wake anchor already. You're not forgetting anything, are you? I'm good. Just get a hold of a chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Virga Island. Now then, let us sail for new lands. Right, we're actually sailing to Virga Island.
Virga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Looks like 4 days away. But do we not wanna go through the inland sea? I thought that was the point. Can we zoom out? Alright, here we go. So it would be here, right? This is where we would be going after Virgo Island.
This place.
Oh.
Seems like an old route to get to Virgo Island. Can't we just go straight? The region's currents are a right pain, Miguel. Miguel? We must go around and across them, lest they carry us, of course. But by my reckoning, it will take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 days at sea? I hope Stroll can handle it. With Juna and her 2 thorns on her side, tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward.
Tally-ho then.
Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these waves to Virgo Island, gentle as can be.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Never doubt Nuras.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Virga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
Maiden Maria?
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
You see, fascism needs an enemy that's nearby for it to flourish, so...
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
It's 4 days.
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this!
Do we really?
The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virga Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the crown theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
What do you mean something else entirely?
Nura speaking.
Nura's voice echoing out the runner phone. He's basically got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you sleep overboard though, so be careful, huh? Fishing. While at sea, Hayes may sometimes leave fishing gear on deck, which you can use to fish. Any fish you catch can be used as ingredients when cooking. 3 days until we arrived at Virga Island, I think. Having Juna and those brothers around has certainly made the Gauntlet Runner livelier. Well, no time like the present, might as well learn how to fish. Alright, time to find the voice. I A sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish and feel your hair. I'm quite ready to make landfall, actually. Alright, lady, you don't need to worry about that.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't this Hazemate's fishing gear? I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. If you can catch some fish, we can use them to cook. Want to fish for a bit? Let's fish.
Understood.
Okay, I'll go get Hazemate. He's right there.
The truth is...
Indeed. I thought I'd do some fishing. I don't have any good bait. Do you have anything that might work? How about some grasshopper bait? Grasshopper bait, I see. This would bring them in for sure. Now, let's do some fishing. Alright. This is going to be a make or break for a game. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but fishing minigames, or like fishing in a game in general, is extremely important to me. There's like good ways to do it, there's bad ways to do it. So, and like the difference is like a whole point in game, right? Like a 7 with good fishing is an 8, and a 7 with like bad fishing is still a 7, I suppose. But it's important. Like, it's mainly one of the things I dislike, I don't like at all in Hades, right? I still do the fishing, but it's like, oh, just press the one button. This is gonna be kind of make or break, right? Maybe it's all starting at the water surface, but I'm starting to feel a bit queasy. Take a break, sway with the waves, or think like a fish. Think like a fish. I suppose I'll give it a try.
The fight is on.
Oh, a bite, and it's a strong one, but I'm stronger.
A fearsome one.
Aha, look at that! Well, we've outdone ourselves, lad. A brocaded koi, and queen's honey jar.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught. Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day. Hazemate and I gathered our gear and went back inside. Alright, so the fishing sucks.
Below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
We'll arrive 3 days from now. We're being watched, so be careful with what you say. Well, might as well talk to them. Hey, Basilio. I admit, I was half thinking that the dinky little gunner runner was gonna sink any second. I did a decent job running today. And while out of the Canada's runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I've set one foot on it without Lady Juna's being here. Alright.
Got it.
You think you're gonna take my eyes off you? Just cause it's past sundown? Think again. You wanna try something? Go ahead. See what happens. Can't lose. Won't be asking me to justify myself. We're clear? Alright, my guy. Well, we're going to spend time with someone. All these people are wanna talk about imagination. Anyway, we can get like any eloquence out of this.
Alright then.
No, everyone's on about the imagination. And I think we finished the book on eloquence, so yeah, we're increasing our imagination. Might as well spend some time with Juna.
Oh my.
Oh, if it isn't real. I'm so bored. I'm just not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to. By recalling the past and planning for the future with Juna, maybe I can hold my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Juna? Talk with Juna. So now we have to find the Mustari tribe's divine relic. Isn't that fabulous? Calling this an absurd demand would be an understatement. But I must admit, if we can't handle this, then Louis will never acknowledge us. We absolutely must succeed. We can do it with you.
Yeah.
As long as you're with us, we can do it.
But...
Oh, but of course. And don't forget, we're also relying on you to lead. You better do right by us. I'm just happy to have the opportunity to fight alongside you. Living under Luis's foot was a lonely place to be, you know. I feel my ground thus far, though if I'm honest, I was scared the whole time. I had to talk myself into keeping a stiffer upper lip, so to say. But being past that, I feel more hope than I ever have. I'm not alone anymore, and I have faith that we'll save the prince. I felt my imagination increase as Juna and I talked about things to come.
Alright.
Whoa! That was like 15 coins of imagination! Staying up late is terrible for your skin, but seeing as we're already at it, why don't we chat a little bit longer? Alright, so I'm going to need to take a small break as soon as the day ends, like the next day begins.